Tomorrow in D.C., 9 senators, Joe Lieberman, Mark Udall, Kirsten Gillibrand, Roland Burris, Barbara Boxer, Ron Wyden, Pat Leahy, Dianne Feinstein, and Al Franken, are all planning on making a big splash public in-person statement on getting Don't Ask, Don't Tell repealed. What's important about that, other than reminding us all that Roland Burris is still a senator, is that 8 of those 9 senators are Democrats, and the 9th is a Lieberman-Inda-Publicanocrat. None of those senators are Republicans, and right now the Republican plan is to filibuster the entire defense authorization bill, the entire Pentagon funding bill, in order to prevent the military from repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell after it releases its study on the issue. Because Senator John McCain has been the Republican point person on trying to uphold the ban on gay people serving in the military, because Senator McCain is the one who says he will lead the filibuster of the entire funding for the military in order to stop the ban from being lifted, much of the political attention on this issue has been on him blocking repeal. The fact that his best campaign trail buddy and best friend forever, Joe Lieberman, is one of the strongest voices for repeal is just one of the difficult nuances here. But on the Democratic side, Senator Carl Levin, chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, today indicated that he might be willing to let the big Pentagon bill pass without the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in it. Now, Carl Levin has said he's very strongly against the ban. He wants to get rid of the policy. But here he was today saying, quote, "I'm trying to get both done. And if I can't get both done, I want to get one of them done." Isn't that always the way? I stand with you unless and until it's hard to stand with you, and then I stand wherever I find it easiest to stand. It's always the way. But Carl Levin's brave gesture today toward giving up got some very strong pushback from a very strong place, and now there is some new news on this subject. A meeting at the White House late today between senior White House officials and advocates of ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell resulted in a call from President Obama to Senator Levin, the president reportedly telling the senator he didn't want him to drop repeal out of the Pentagon bill, and he didn't want him to give up on getting the repeal passed now, before the end of the year. The liberal Center for American Progress released a statement after today's meeting that the President and Harry Reid in the Senate are both, quote, committed to moving forward on repeal by bringing the measure up for a vote in the lame duck session after the Thanksgiving recess. Now, this is the new news. Senator Levin responded himself just tonight, just recently, saying this, quote, "I welcome Senator Reid's announcement that he'll bring up the National Defense Authorization Act after Thanksgiving. I will work hard to overcome the filibuster so that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is repealed and the Defense Authorization Act, which is critical to our national security and the well-being of our troops, is adopted. I've asked Senator Reid to make his motion to bring up the matter after my committee and the public have received the Defense Department's report and following hearings that I plan to hold on the matter, which should take place during the first few days of December." Hearings on repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the first few days of December, still with time to vote on it. Is there a strategy at work here? An opaque, difficult to understand strategy, but still a strategy? Is there really a chance that this happens? Is this the first glimpse at how it might happen? A man whose own career hangs in the balance joins us next.